Welcome to Dropshipping Made Easy. The first thing you have to do is to figure out which is the excellent platform that you'll be using to dropship your products. So you have to have two different things that you're going to be doing. One is the place you're going to be sourcing the products from, and that could be actually multiple places. But another one is the place that you're going to be selling the items in. And that's going to be usually just one location to keep it simple, fast, and easy. The number one place I recommend for you to do this is eBay. It is the easiest to use. It has very easy interface, and plus you can dropship products on it. It is allowed for you to do so as long as you can source the product and deliver it to the client. eBay is going to be totally cool with this. Now, another thing you have to keep in mind is that if you're going to be taking the product and dropshipping it, if it takes longer than a month for you to do this, eBay does not allow that. So within 30 days, it is totally within eBay rules. On the other hand, most people on eBay want and expect the product within a week or less. So I totally don't recommend for you to find products that's going to take way longer to dropship them to your client. The next place that I recommend for you to use is Amazon. So you can sell on Amazon different kind of products, but the problem with Amazon is very simple. It is much harder for you to list an item on Amazon. It is much harder for you to do dropshipping with it as well. There's just too much competition for any single item that you are selling over here. And it's pretty hard to distinguish people from one seller to another. And it's all based on price. So if you're selling something and you're dropshipping it on Amazon, let's say you're selling something very, very simple, such as iPhone cases. There's different kind of sellers who are selling similar item. But if you're selling something that competes with other sellers and it is the same exact item, you'll be competing with them based on price. And on Amazon, it's also about being linked all the way at the top of the search. In fact, look at this, there's 10 million people who are selling iPhone cases on Amazon. So it's going to be pretty hard for you to distinguish yourself between you and other sellers. To top it off, let's say you're selling this specific product. This is the sell. Amazon is not this user-friendly when it comes to promoting your actual store on Amazon. So when you press on the sell, you can see other products that he's selling as well, but it's so small, the whole button over there, it's very unlikely you're gonna go and check out what else he's selling on this site. Therefore, I totally suggest that eBay is going to be the number one location for you to do this. Next place that I recommend to try out is Wix. Now, you don't have to pay anything every month if you choose to use the free site with Wix itself. But by using the free version, you have two annoying logos. One all the way at the top that says create your own Wix site, one all the way at the bottom that says this site was created by Wix. Plus, you have to go and change everything in the site itself. It's a little complicated for you to be able to link this to make it drop shipping. And to top it off, you can't really use this as checkout if you're using the free version because you still have to have an external portal such as eBay to process the payment. Therefore, you have to upgrade to the paid version anyway. And since if you're going to be upgrading to the paid version, you might as well use something else, and it's called Shopify. Shopify is the number one location for you to sell online. The great thing about selling on Shopify is that you have your own website over here. Plus, if it takes you about 2 weeks to deliver the item, or maybe as long as a month, you're not going to get a bad review that potentially can kick you off of the whole entire website, such as eBay. So with eBay, if you go and have maybe like 2 people who complain about your services, give you like 1 star, you potentially can get restricted and even kicked out of the platform. With Shopify, that's not the case. Therefore, Shopify is probably the best for you. The great thing about Shopify is that you can try it out risk-free for 14 days and no credit card required. You can see how easy it is for you to start your own Shopify platform and then use it to ship and dropship items online. In fact, if you're quick enough, you might be able to start making money as soon as your trial is not even over yet. The great thing about Shopify also is that it is your own website. By being your own website, when you come to Shopify, the person who comes in there, they just go on that specific site. There is nothing else here except the site itself. Look at eBay. When you go on eBay, there's a lot of different things in here. There's thousands of different stores, thousands of people who are selling all kinds of different products. So the person could easily go into your shop and get out of it. For example, let's say they go into this specific product and they're trying to find some collectible baseball cards, and they're looking for one specific item, such as this one from this specific seller. Now, it's much easier to use eBay because over here, if a seller has an eBay store, you can visit his store. It really is encouraging him to do so. But you can easily get out of the store itself by keep on browsing with eBay. And here is the store. Once you're inside an eBay store, it is much easier for you to buy something from them, and you're kind of stuck in the store itself unless you want to get out of it. So that's one thing about the advantages of having an eBay store. But if you just see just one specific product and it's not a store, you will see something like this. People who viewed this item also viewed other items as well. So you can easily click on an item and then you can buy it. But now you're no longer buying it from that specific seller. You're buying from a different one. That is why there is a big advantage of running your own store on Shopify. Because once you go into a Shopify store, there is only one location over there, and it is your store, and that's it. The only bad thing about Shopify itself is just the starting price for it. So the basic Shopify is $29 a month. But there is something else that you can do here. If you want, you can take the Shopify Lite. With the Shopify Lite, it only takes you $9 a month to start selling things online. And you can start your own Shopify store on Facebook. This is the easiest and simplest way for you to go and get started with dropshipping online and doing it with Facebook ads. So once you go about and start selling on Shopify, you probably will never go back because it's so easy, it is really fun, and it is a great way for you to make money online.